This is a special birthday song for that Jawali Jonetta Wele. We say happy birthday to you. Enjoy your new age. The graduate daughter, not forgetting Shannon Taylor for Chicken Air. We want to remember her late daughter, Yolo Jira Wayne Taylor. Rest well. Not forgetting Brother Tony Wele Patu. Justina So in Taxi. Mother Teresa playing on soul in Rhode Island. Yeah, we are traveling. Edward, your birthday, Edward Lusso, Capiada. I say, oh, God, I say, oh, what's I did it now? I say, you put. Oh, I do this, wow, God. Ante Orita So in Rhode Island. I said, my. Ante Helena Poa, Rhode Island. Uncle Tommy So in Liberia. What did you let Uncle Stella So. Yes, young. Says Angie in Rhode Island. Anita Zian, Minnesota. Apogetro, Donetta, well, I did drop out. Or I see myself, when your person looking, you just say, oh, like no, I bleed Daniela, not run your way. You say, I get it. I'm behind your draw. I go. Alfonso Sola, I go. Many thanks to Mr. Alfonso So in the US. And now Alfonso So, they could be up waking. I throw say you, what's your go at your can. Congratulations to that Jawali Jonathan Wele. It is your birthday. My did it. I just say, oh, God, you better more like you. Upon Roma, whenever. And where you are, not forgetting the cousins of the celebrant. Anita Zian in Minnesota. Director, Minnesota. Uncle Jerry So, Rhode Island. And some important personality here, right? Not forgetting our late father. Johnny Zian So, rest well, father. Man, better so, rest well. Man, necessary so, listen. We are in a double celebration. Congratulations. It is your graduation and your birthday as well. We say happy birthday, congratulations. Our medical director. We want to say many thanks to all of the friends who attended the occasion. Dr. Jawali, extend our thanks and appreciation to you all. We call her Dr. Jawali Jonetta Wele. Kano, what's up? In Blabo, Gano. My in Blabo. In my work, and in my yo, I found the soul in my yoga. Yes, he was looking where. We are going to test it in the US. there, eh? Celebration. I say, oh, glad you. My your person looking at my your person.
Hello listeners, this is Mazola, the lover boy. I'd like to invite you to this exciting program. It is called Dancing for Jesus. It is intended to play beautiful inspirational music to help you turn your life to God. Join me on every Sunday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is our way of showing appreciation to God for the good things He has done for us and continue to do. Don't miss this opportunity. Join Mazola Gizi on every Sunday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the program Dancing for Jesus. Please be there because I will be here to rock it up for you. Do you want to share your events with the world? Why not contact us? We are Liberia Public Radio, LPR. We are the specialists in advertisements, commercials, radio and TV services. We have the professionals that can help you sell your products and provide live coverage of all events such as weddings, conventions, graduations, reunions, anniversaries, sports, birthdays, baby showers, religious activities, funerals, and many more. Take your phone right now and call any of the following numbers: 682-433-8802, 267-648-6089, 484-786-3337, or 916-533-2048. Our customer service representatives are waiting to take your calls and give you the needed assistance. It is LPR, the home of excellent media services and your friends in business.
Good evening. So want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Thank you so much for joining us here. That was a little bit quick breaking transmission, but I will surely get the program away. Let's take this final commercial break and I'll be right back.
Hey you, it's time to pack your bags. The world is calling. From the skies above to every corner of the map, explore all 7 continents with journeys designed especially for Europe and Africa. Whether it's a cruise, an all-inclusive resort, a hotel, car rental, theme park getaway, or the perfect excursion, Ayana's Dream Escapes brings the world within reach. Adventures start here. Don't just dream, escape. Book now, visit our site, scan the QR code, or just call today.
Reservations there we are in a travel agency of one of our own here. We say good evening and welcome, sitting in for the Liberal Progressive. Good evening. So want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Thank you for sharing your evenings with us, wherever you are, this morning, this afternoon. This is the Diaspora Informative News Magazine, Tafanso and so right here, sitting in for the Liberal Progressive, Samson Branto. As usual, he's here every Monday with conversation with Samson to where the biggest of all Tabata is always released. But notwithstanding his time here, we'll try to fill in that gap to keep the wheel of his industry going. So let's quickly welcome our folks here who always squeeze out time despite of the basic schedule, but he always here to also have his conversation. My man Saturday is based in Connecticut. Is here. Good evening. Good to have you here. It's going to Weirdo to Momolu. Moses Momolu, Aliut, Kramantai. Thank you so much, Miata. Good to have you here. As what? Of course, my man from the Garden City area there, Victor Morgan. Victor, good evening. Good to have you here. Of course, our guy, Sister Goya, is based in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Our own analyst, but been so busy out there. Now wishing you prayers with the people of Rhode Island. Yeah, I think I saw something like that today. You see the baby SUV, see them running. I'm like, oh, the town owner, they are here. Well, we're here. So let's see what happened. We say good evening, so I want to welcome you to this evening here. It's 7:56 Eastern Standard Time, right here from the New England Bureau of the Liberal Public Radio, and this is the editions of Conversation with Samson. So, Samson, the Liberal Progressive, is currently in Morovia, and this weekend he will be heading to his hometown of Totan. Talking about him quickly here, let's just bring you this here. This is the lesson of the Liberal Progressive, Sabat Samson To, who passed away a couple of months ago. But we have been told by family that the first wakekeeping will be held this Wednesday in Morovia, and early Thursday morning the remains will be taken to Town, that is in Granger County. Most of the semblance, they have already arrived. They're going to be having a wake this Wednesday, and then Thursday morning we'll be heading for Granger County. We are being told the late Sabah will be laid to rest in his own town of Totan, the hometown of the Liberal Progressive, Samson Branto. Our prayers and thought goes out to the family, to the Liberal. We talk regularly. We spoke this morning that they are making a preparation to go down after the wakekeeping, one night wakekeeping in Morovia. Will be proceeding to Granger County, where I found a wakekeeping and subsequently to tournament on Saturday, I believe this weekend. Lpr Southeastern Bureau Chief in Granger is expected to arrive in Totan, where we will be able to get some happenings in his final home going, as well as hopefully Wednesday, the group in Morovia will be making their way. We also want to bring you this obituary of Man Kopu Te Tahu. Funeral and wakekeeping will be held in Liberia as well. The Liberia Public Radio crew is expected to be there to bring you the homegoing ceremony. That will be in the month of March 6th. The late couple passed away in Liberia at the JFK Medical Facility recently, but she will be laid to rest on the 7th of March. 6th will be the wakekeeping. 7th, she will be laid to rest in Morovia. It's just too much ongoing. Also, this here coming to LPR, Marsatat Lopu Freeman, who passed away here in the Ocean State of Rhode Island recently. A funeral rite will be held here as well on the 28th of March at the Crossroad International Church, right here outside of Rhode Island, neighboring Massachusetts. And the body is expected to be flown in Liberia. Removal at the St. Moses Funeral Parlor, That would be March 6th. On the 7th, the body will then be taken to Baya, that is in Bone County, in her own town, where she will subsequently be laid to rest. This announcement was brought in by the daughter of the deceased. And like we say, these are all what we do here, not just only that one. Is a good news. We put it out there. If it is even painful, we also put it out there. So that's part of our news sharing to make people to know. So in the meanwhile, all of those that are bereaved, our prayers and thought goes out to them during these difficult times of their bereavement. And we pray that the healings of the Almighty Most High is on them. I am Afonso Zienso of the Liberal Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. We'll be right back.
From the West African nation of Côte d'Ivoire, Liberia Public Radio and Television present Business Diary. This program focuses on the activities of business institutions and individuals in society.
I'm Jeremiah Zawu Senior, CEO of All Nation Bank. We have been very good to have this business established here. We are 1 year since we opened here in Anono. There have been few challenges here that have faced in this country, and that is all about the language. But here instead, I refuse to be deterred. I refuse to be discouraged. I open a business and things have been fine.
My name is Mercy Wangarilanga. I am a finance officer working for an international organization. I have a master's degree in business administration. So today I'd like to take the opportunity to talk to you about the COVID pandemic and how it has affected the business sector in terms of me working in an organization, an international organization.
Don't miss out. Be my guest. It's coming soon on Liberia Public Radio and Television.
You have it as the Business Diary with our man Ben Tibet in Abidjan, to La Côte d'Ivoire, Lpr senior analyst. Dr. Jones Otavio Mali is here joining this forum this early evening here, as usual, part of our community commitment for news sharing, national conversation with you and the rest of the folks. Let me bring in Dr. Mali as we anticipate to conduct within the specific time frame here this evening. As usual, sitting in for the Liberal Progressive. Dr. Mali, good evening. Good to have you.
Yes, sir. How are you today?
Great. I'm doing okay. Seeing a lot of movement going around here in our town here today.
Oh, yeah. You know, I was reading this afternoon, you'll be shocked. I was reading, set aside 20 minutes today. I was reading the Bible, you know. And
you're reading the Bible today?
Oh, yeah. So I sometimes read the Bible.
Oh,
most of the time. Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
And so I was taken to Matthew 24:14, you know.
Tell us a story. What that says?
It says that the gospel will reach every part of the world, and then come judgment. And so I also move further to find out why is it that there's so much going on nowadays with the human society and the human race. And the Bible is telling me that we are in the last day. And in the last day, there will be 2 minute drama. So then I decided to take my journey back to Sodom and Gomorrah. I said, but it seems to be God destroyed the earth very early. I think he should have destroyed the earth now rather than then. Because when you read the Bible, what was happening in Sodom and Gomorrah, where people will be lover of themselves, lover of money, And even the gospel will be paraphrased in so many ways. There'll be false prophet coming. It happened in Sodom and Gomorrah as well. And it continued to happen. So the question now is, the human race, are we doubting the Bible? Or we thought God was joking? Even the issue of Noah, when he went out preaching and telling the people, you have to repent and get into the boat or ship whatsoever he built, and there's going to be a rain coming, and people were just tossing glasses and laughing and moving up and down. So it seems to be now it's the same thing happening again. You see a whole lot of commercial pastors rising up, angry pastor rising up.
Is it commercial pastors?
Oh yeah, in fact, the commercial pastors are rising up in Nigeria. You see, the guy have materialized.
Sorry about that. You're not in Nigeria?
Oh no, I do a lot of research. You know, I was trained in that era. So anytime there's a doubt, I try to go around the world to find out what's going on. And what puzzles me is this: the gospel has been really compromised. It has been commercialized, especially in Nigeria, where I did a lot of research. There's now the competition among men of God in Nigeria who to have what type of wealth. If you have car, they have to go for helicopter. If you have helicopter, they have to go for a Boeing now. Because so the question now is, these very people who walk the street and go to churches, pay their lives for tithe and offering, and the pastor just beautifying himself. I mean, I don't understand. But here it's a surprising part. Now they are fighting among themselves. So the question now is,
what is responsible for that, if I may just and true?
Yeah, I think one of the things that are responsible, you see, wealth is a powerful thing. Wealth, especially the money. Money is a real living, it's a living thing. It can change your whole nomenclature, wealth and power. It can change your whole nomenclature. Sometimes you may not even recognize your brother anymore. Sometimes some of the things you even tell your followers, when you start getting money, now I get rich now, the platform will be too small for me again. I will not want to appear here anymore. And you guys may not want to be my equal anymore because you guys are down there now and I'm up there.
Financially, your status has changed, so you go up. You also upgrade your talking point to people.
So people with similar size of cash, I have to team up with them now. But you guys are very broke now. When I come around, you guys want money. So like, it's been an embarrassment. I can't be teaming up with you guys anymore. So I'm just reminded by the Bible that.
Additionally, Dr. Malik, not to interrupt, then your plane now more or less is in the airplane mode now. You call you and I are just talking. What a man when I call you used to talk before.
Yeah,
he's talking business with dealing with executives and other CEOs. You know.
Then the next thing now that will trickle in my mind now is, oh, with all the wealth I have, I must be president. I must law over the people. I must law over them to unleash my plan for this country, whether they like it or not. You see? So this is what wealth can do. This is what wealth can do to all, especially the political leaders. So what I'm noticing now is so many things that is happening in politics is not taking root in most of our churches. The politicians are looking for wealth. Most pastors now are looking for wealth. And here is the intriguing part now. It seems to be the pastor, they no more have trust in God. They have bodyguards. They want research at their low. They gotta have 24 bodyguards. In fact, when they got in Nigeria, when they got car slow down, 8 bodyguards will have to come outside to surround that car. So I started to use my intuition to find out. So this guy, he doesn't believe in God, power, God, mercy anymore. He has forgotten where God took him from, God brought him. Now he get all the guys around you are bodyguards. I'm shocked.
I think those are also societal issues. At a certain stage you reach, you are compelled or
see, I just thought these things were limited to the politicians who don't know God. They don't care for salvation. They don't want to go to heaven. They just concerned about what is on earth. You see? So I just thought the thing is limited to them. So you notice that there are some churches in Liberia, they are not packed because they are preaching the real gospel. And there are some churches in Liberia, they are preaching prosperity gospel. People looking for a way to survive. So when you preaching that kind of prosperity gospel, like for instance, His Excellency, former President, we are church. According to sources, when that church opened, when you go there, instead of you paying your lay offering, they gave all newcomers $5.
That issue, I remember.
Yeah, I heard that story, and somebody even went and confirmed that story. So the question is, where that money came from? Are they enticing the people? Is salvation become a commercial thing now, or where are we heading? I think this is one topic we really need to get in one day, because it's like the pastors, I think some of them have crossed the line into the whole political sector now.
You want to be holding pastor in contempt? Bese, you want to send pastor to Bese?
Did you see Yaka Koluba story? I sent it to you.
I saw article.
I was surprised Yaka Koluba, a champion, this man called, and he feel that there was miscarriage of justice. I said, oh, Yaka Koluba, they're coming for you. In fact, he was speaking from Ghana. You see? So at some time you need to at your quiet time you need to read the Bible, because what's happening now is not strange.
It's not because I have not made a proclamation. What I read this scripture, this and that. Come on, Dr. Mary.
No. You know what I noticed now? There are 2 minutes side attraction. There are 2 minutes side attraction right now until people are not even reading the Bible.
There's a guy that used to be how to call them? How to call this group? The Israelites. There's a guy he used to be on this program here. Maybe I'll try to reach out. Those guys, that guy, their group, they used to go deep. We really used to argue. But anyway, good to have you here. We intend to operate in an hour frame because of different things. To all our viewers, hey, Georgie, man, long time. Oh, my man, Georgie say you now win hard. That liberal man, you win it, man. Hard truck. Good to have you here. Good to have you. Vasco Joyce is in the house, and Annie is here. Madam Yowe Mata, how are you? Long time. Antoinette, good to have you. Well, they say what Uncle Sen, Pepper intern, Pepper in. What's it in? The Ice Boys. But anyway, we will be, let's keep having a conversation. Good to have you here. Thank you, Dr. Mallet. And I think we started something and we talk behind the scene, and we tend to push that as well. As we talk, we try to find solutions to things that we talk. But just quickly before I forget the issue of that, the former president's church, 2015 or whatever which year, when I went to Liberia, I made my way. I had an interview with Nimlin, then who was the pastor. Besides the $5, the $20, how they were selling oil and all of those kind of things. I had a long interview. I think I have it on one of my drives here and stuff like that. I mean, according to him, he denied it. It's obvious. But I mean, I just want to put it up there. But okay, let's start this conversation here. We started here yesterday with respect to how we in the media industry to help to change the narrative to push some conversations, not because this side is talking it, that side is talking that we should talk it. We should find different avenues in terms of what we want to bring to the conversation. And considering what is happening, I saw like a video today. There was a cleaning up campaign, whatever, said it from my own Zwadu as well, and how we're talking about whether there's a need to build more vocational institutions in Liberia, considering all that is happening here. And we talked a lot on that yesterday. I just want us to see if we can make more recommendations to national government, and it's at the will to go with that. Will profit the country, will be good for our country, for the young people, for society, to make sure, it empowers people. So let's jump on that. And then the second phase here is what the Liberian investigators reporting, which of course some of us frown on that here, not just only what is happening in society now, but within the political parties, these sort of establishments of these so-called malicious group, the attire, things that they wear, their slogans, and the politician has pushed that for whatever reasons we don't know here. But quickly here, before we go further here, the issue of this vocational institution. What is the good side of it? Why should government really push this? You especially.
Yeah, I think yesterday we were moving deeply into this thing and try to figure out some of the problems. And we delve into some of the historical root causes. But I will tend to really agree with you, or I would tend to agree with you that there's a need for a lot more vocational institutions for two cardinal reasons. One, it builds the mind of a young man. But before I even go to that, to be very frank with you, when I first came into this country, if I were privileged to have a mentor, to go through a mentorship about the educational system here and what I need and my direction, trust me, CEO, I wouldn't have gone to do masters. I would not even gone to do doctorate program. No. I think I would have branched into vocational program in this country where they have another layer where you can get satisfied by your state and you become recognized by the state and you become a doyen over that education and you make more money. Now all the education I have acquired, there are a lot of people out there have acquired the same education. Now we are in a queue right now. The white man is heading the queue, followed by the Latino, followed by the Asian, then the black people. Now we the last now. So when we will get to the door,
the vessel will be full.
These are people with doctorate degree, with other experiences. We are all in a queue now. So sometimes I see it as a waste of time. When we all get to the door, when the God can perform some miracle right now. So, but for the vocational thing, when I did my own assessment, I had a lot of friends here. I got a friend here who even did this vocational thing in refrigerator, okay, from New England Tech.
New England Tech.
This guy is certified by the state. They call this guy is $200 per hour. All right, people running behind the guy to work for them, and in this country, When you don't have that certification, people don't want you even touch that thing. Even the landlord, if ask the person satisfied, you know. So what I'm driving out here is that if I had that, if I was guarded, then trust me. But anyway, it has happened. But I can tell you, it's a long queue we're in right now. And so the only alternative now is to go back home. Probably, who knows? By the time you get back home, there's another queue there. Then you got to get back. You got to start from the line again. So the vocational thing is very, very important.
Yeah, and that's what I think, because it's sort of self-empowerment. It allows you to kind of do things that you want. Because by the time you get when you say the men are not here, they left all year, they went. So they'll be the last people for us to say. Tara Collins is LPR senior analyst. What is that? Is that what, Blue Religion?
The metal girl.
What's that? Oh, True Religion? True
Religion.
True Religion.
It is not a familiar wear. It's just, I just like the brand, that's all. But it's not a Christian brand.
Damn it.
I just like the True Religion on it.
Why do you think that
metal girl, you know the message it carry?
Yeah, it's a True Religion. So
why?
I talk about the message from the third party.
Well, it's up to those who want to believe in that crap. Because for me, any religion that does not commensurate with religion of Christ is false. So it may look like something in it, but not to me. Nothing is in it. It don't have power. So I can wear it because I know that Christ lives in me, and that is the power thereof. So you know.
Do they have?
So how you doing? Huh?
Good. I'm curious because when I'm a kind of visual guy too. So do they have false religion?
They do. Any religion that does not portray Christ, Jesus, is false.
They want to be calling for oil bottle and all that kind of stuff and things like that. Is that?
So you want all the things they show into a religious?
No, I mean, sometimes we have to talk.
But anybody who calls, anybody who charge anybody to pray for them, that person is false. Anybody who tells somebody to bring oil bottle and they got to pay for the oil bottle, that person is false. Somebody can pray over oil, the anointing, or you can pray over water, you can pray over oil, you can pray over anything leading by the Holy Spirit. But to make it a doctrine that is a compulsory, that this must be done in order for somebody to get blessed and something to happen in their life, I don't think that is biblical.
Okay, well,
that could be from my perspective. Another person could have a different idea, and they could get scripture to back the idea. But for me, that have been reading and studying for many years, we have discovered over the years that most things that are done right now is not biblical. It have nothing to do with God and religion. It have something to do with religion, but it have nothing to do with the Bible in specific Christianity. It have everything to do with somebody trying to generate money for themselves. So that's what it is. But Mr. Macon.
Yeah, just a little bit. Hey, I'm coming to you. Let me just welcome by the. I don't know whether he's still a progressive. He said he's still a progressive. One day he progressives, another time, when the going gets tough, then he's not a progressive. But when the progressives are making a higher weight, then he is a progressive. For all we know, he are progressive. All his guys are progressive. Dr. George Toto is based in Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, Pittsburgh, you forgot.
Oh, okay. All right. You are going, you are going for your all Labrador conference. You don't call me. What meeting I'm going to. Dr. George Toto, good to have you. Good evening, Chief.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, CEO, and also to Terry and Dr. George.
Yesterday we had a conversation where Dr. Malley said that makes sense as we have this conversation now, we go on the critical side and then we use another day to put forward solutions. We pretend that a government or a policy maker or decision maker listening to us. And I just think that we have to be doing it differently. The wind shouldn't be blowing every places, but I will look into the print, electronic media, those things that are really making, or we just go in the society. Some of these things that are so much important and people don't pay attention. It can be some real social issue which does have an impact and becomes a liability to national government to discuss those issues. So we're just going to be winding up that. But then the second portion, like I throw in the chat, by 9 o'clock today, we will not go our 2 hours time allotment, unfortunately, because of when you see that there's something happening. And what also caught my attention is from the Liberians investigator about this ethnic group spark national concern after national fuller security drill, video, blah, 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 surface, and all of those things here. But it's important that we, without getting the detail, to discuss it on the surface based on our experiences and how we got to this point here. But quickly here, Terry, you wanted to say something before I...
No, I just wanted to put in that most of what is happening, they complain about this, the court that people keep carrying all over the place that have become a major, argument in the whole country now, should be looked at again. So I thought that was something.
Okay, let's make recommendation for our generation, because if you watch any footage about these disadvantage, whatever way people call them, everybody have their own way of calling them. Not even a county, not a village. That the populations of those people, I mean, you know that it's a serious, serious problem. I am not a psychiatrist, I'm not a clinician to diagnose, but when you see these people, when you see our brothers and sisters, their actions, the way they respond, the way they do things, and they are the greater antidotes of our society. And I just strongly feel society, national leaders or policymakers are not doing enough. And when that continues, that is a serious problem for our country as a whole. It doesn't matter who is a president, who's going to be there, because I don't know how these people can be rehabilitated. They're going to take a lot. They're going to take a lot. Not one county, not village. I hope some sort of comprehensive survey is being done. And just look at, so we have a really current population of the society, people of all ages. I mean, it's a serious, serious problem. Let's start with you as considering a few recommendations. What should government do? I mean, they are our people, they are our citizens. It is a responsibility of the government to cater and provide for its citizens, no matter their status, who they are, we can't let them go. We can't, they are part of us. Those are the aftermath of the war situation that they are encountering. Whether it was done on purpose or not, but that's their own aftermath they are dealing with. What should national government do now? So what could be your recommendation?
Talking to me?
I'm going to Dr. Toto.
Okay. Thank you so much again. It's good to be back on the show again. In fact, just to draw back on the first issue we discussed about when it comes about the network, you trying to provide more solution, come back the last day and review some of those talks. I think that's a very important step, in terms of trying to reshape the mind of the population also too, and that's the reason why we come on the show here. We don't just come on the show to just blog or just put word out there. I think the word that we put out in the public or in the community is there also to be there to say after lesson to people and to provide the rightful information for them, that they can be able to learn from it. That's the reason why we come on the show here for. So that's a positive step that the network going to take, to provide solution. On the issue of other discussion you are talking about when it comes to the disadvantaged youth in Liberia, my I have another book that in revision. That's what I did in Liberia for. I did some research. I spoke to some disadvantaged youth in Liberia to hear from them. Those are on drugs. And what are some of the plans that the government put in place to address some of the concern? Like you said, the issue is not just in Monrovia. It's every part of Liberia, even the villages. I went into a village and I came across some of them. Like where you had to walk from Totota to that village I went to but to walk is about 4 hour walking this year. And I saw and I came across some of them far in that village. So it's an issue of concern. So that's my book is going through review right now, and then trying to put the definitive touch together. I'll be publishing it out, and to come up with some of the strategies, the solution, how government, how policy maker, even media can go address some of the concern when it comes to dealing with the issue in Liberia under discussion. And that's the reason why we have a group of Liberians under the banner of the Food Association National Security. And I've been doing my own research, checking to find more about the group. There's part of public outcry. People are castigated, people that are needed, all kinds of jihadists, and all those stuff. People see they're not Liberian, and I don't want to go with that.
We'll come to that. That's another thing. Those are two we're going to deal with. We might not have enough time, but we kind of like continue because that is very, very much important.
So just some of the reason why that group was created for, these are some of the disadvantages situations have in the country because insecurity. So we have insecurity in the country. You see everybody coming on, they want to provide their own security to deal with some of the issues and things. But it's very important for to discuss the issue that come to the disadvantaged youth in Liberia. It becomes your issue in Liberia, and we have to really deal with it.
Okay, Mr. Collins.
Yeah.
Should that be our priority to avoid liability and government, make our citizens more productive, empower them? Like we're talking, because it was quite fascinating when I look at the Seychelles, Egypt, and Mauritius, all of those places, they have invested in the TVET, and the percentage from what I saw is very high. And it's been reported that the young people, they are doing well because more or less, like a self-employed. You have that skill. You don't have to wait. You sit in your bed, somebody call you, like Dr. Malo was saying, hey, I need to do some wiring in my house. I need to get this plumbing work going. Soft, easy money. I mean, physical work is hard, but you sit down, the money comes to you. Moses, good evening. Welcome. Yeah, so quickly. Do we need to kind of like try to kind of take a shift into the educational program in our country, not to undo the academic, but to focus so as to give light to those people?
Yeah, Mr. So I think we need to do that. But we also need to understand the challenges involving into that. We have to understand, and the reason why we need to do that is because the country is still developing. We're still in the embryo stage of development. So there will be need for construction. There will be need for, electronics. There will be need for electricity. Those who can do electrical engineering and all of that. So vocational training do give you preliminary knowledge of all of those things. So there will be opportunity always available in Liberia economy for those to absorb those people with vocational training. But here is the kicker here that we're not looking at. The traumatization of the society. The DDRR program failed to address that. One of the key components in the DDR program was to address the era of vocational skills that was not fully mentored. It was not fully achieved. And one of the things is that we are not looking at is to bring the people to that place where they can sit down in a class, and go through the whole entire program We don't have the people to do that. I think that is where our challenge is. And it's because the people are not, we need first to build up on awareness or programs that will get our people to that place, to de-traumatize them, that they will realize that going to a vocational training program is good for you, is healthy for you, and it will create job opportunity for you. But the time, you have to be disciplined to sit down in class. How many of our young people are disciplined enough to say, okay, yeah, I will sit down in class if my school fee, if my school fee is paid to learn so and so and so trade. You see? So I think for us to get off the ground to initiate that, we need to first create that awareness. Then we also need to not only do the vocational training, we need to create the job opportunity wherein after the vocational program, these people will be absorbed. In a society, you can just train a man and he sit down for 10, 15, 20 years. Look at the universities. Look at the colleges, Huntington and other places. Every year, almost, these people pull out students. They pull out graduates. But are they being absorbed into the workforce in the country? No. So 10, 15, 20 years from now, most people who graduate with a BSc or master's degree do not have the job to practice. So what become of them? Likewise, the vocational training program. If you're installing vocational training program, you should have the job market for these people to be absorbed. That will also help to encourage them to go into that area too. So I think those are the challenges that we need to look at.
Valid point, and that way I think national government comes in where internship can be interesting. I can remember those days, and it used to start like for a vacation job and all of that. Not all, but that's another way of to jumpstart these people when they are done, so that they can't forget. Moses, good evening, welcome. We're not hearing you.
Good evening to all.
Good evening.
Okay, great. All right. So, I think Dr. Marley also. Are you situated now? Are you?
First of all, just a second.
Yeah.
I'm just well, when Terry was speaking, or part of my interview that I conducted in Liberia, we're talking with somebody guys, this about the men and women. If you ask any of them, do you want to leave the street? Do you want to go through rehab? They will say yes. I want to go through here. They would answer. Now they would say no. They want to go through here. But if they go through it hard, this was in the program, when they get out, what is there offer them? Or they're not going back again. Those are the challenges.
Yeah, and I think that's very much important. I think we kind of like been talking about it here. It's nothing just taking someone from in the street, go in the house, sleep on the mattress. The next day they go by, get high. They're not just to it, because there must be some sort of contingency plan where, it's a long journey, a long process of healing. Moses, good evening, welcome.
Good evening, how you doing?
Great. Let's make a recommendation, then we're going to shift to something here. Like I said, we will not be here as longer as we usually be.
Yeah.
Just make a recommendation, then we'll go to your area of expertise with respect to what is being reported from the Liberian investigator.
Okay. Let me just say this. We started this topic with yesterday, which was very important. The technical schools, and as I mentioned yesterday, it's a career start for a lot of people. And I can tell you, at some point in time, the prison system, because America had the largest population of prisoners as compared to the entire world, over 2 some more people. Mostly about 70% were juvenile. And what they did, they started to put vocational training into the prison system. So these are things that are workable, because they look at the area of healthcare, technology, skills, trade, and those things. If you go back and do research on countries that are developing, that developed after such civil war or some devastation of economic breakdown, many of them turn to vocational education. You see, the academia Everybody can work for government. Academia is not a quick start career. Technical school is a strict career, because right out of there, you can go right into the job market. You do your internship right there. The same people you're doing your internship are most likely to hire you. So most of these trade schools now, even here in this developed nation, they're beginning to adopt some of these things. And it started out almost 20 years ago, where you see even in high school, they're trying to bring some trade into the high school so that it can be a startup career for some of these young people who are not, academically strong. And if they can do these things, I think Liberia is situated in a unique area where vocational training can do a lot, and really move young people into the industry of doing things. Now, we're bringing all of these concessions in Liberia and these mining and all of that. These are things that these people can learn within 6 months period and go and implement or execute. Where academia, to tell you, say you gotta go to school for 4 years, when you graduate with a BSc is X, Y, and Z. But in 6 months, you can train someone to do one thing. If that's to change the tire on the car, in 6 months, they will have a grab of it, and you can mentor them to make sure that they change tires on every car. And that's job market. So I think the direction of the trade school is going to do much justice to young people in our country.
Okay, quickly, let's do a quick spin in the room here. You inserted something into the conversation here with respect to what we see happening here in the West, where jail or correction facility is not being seen as a place of punishment, but you go there, you go through really full rehabilitation. I'm not saying that's what they have, but what they have, like the young people to training skills they're not just going to put you there and feed you and just eat and stuff like that. So quickly here, I'm not sure whether that is the case in Liberia. I know it's a costly thing, but that's what government is a government, because if they put me behind bars for 1 year, I think that is a process to reconstruct my life. That I should go there to be able to rebuild my life. That with there, I have no choice. They're not going to force you, but they're going to have alternative. You can't, 3 or 4 person can be there, and I see my man there moving with a saw, the other person doing this other work, and I say, I want to sit there. You got to do something here. Is that something that we should invest in? Because then when people go there, they stay 1 year, when they come back, man, they become a brand new person. Dr. Mali? Is that
real quick, CEO, I beg you, real quick. You see, in Liberia, they have this place they call the Youth Center in Bentor, like Dr. Mali was saying the other day. It was strictly agriculture. Every vacation, I used to go there for 3 months. They would house you, they fed you, and you only worked. And all of the crops that were grown in there was supplying all the supermarkets in Monrovia. And when we graduate, when the year came to an end, we're getting ready to go home, they gave us $325 after taking care of us, right in Bentor. And I heard that they're trying to reopen the place.
Yeah,
so that's what we're talking about.
What I'm talking about here, and before Dr. Malito, I'm talking about government facility, correction facility. Or should we change, is it time now to change it name jail, which more or less seems like being so restrictive, and you can't do anything. You see yourself that done the worst thing on planet Earth with that sort of name attached. Yeah, quickly, Dr. Mali.
Yeah, that's a very brilliant idea. But I think I got a very different look about this. First of all, it's like we'll be jumping the gun. Now, what I notice here. You see, we have several sectors right now. Since 23 years ago, we all returned after war. Like what, I don't know, is that Toto or the men of God? The university, they keep producing student graduate every year. Some of them have become sellers now. They're even selling in wheelbarrow and all because no job. All right. And that population there is growing every year. Right? That population is growing every year. Now you have another segment now that is frustrated don't know what to do, so they're just having that loose life in the system. That population is there. So with the reference of the vacation school, the vocational school, what I've noticed here is that we have placed a lot of premium on the academic in Liberia, which of course is good. It's a foundational thing. We cannot erase that, but it's too much, you see. But the question now is getting our students, because it's like certain thing is lacking in Liberia right now. We do not have, from our own assessment and my own research, we do not have academic career counselors. There are some kids who just want to go to the university because men of God is going to the university. There are some kids, they are very good at electricity, but they don't want it. But they just want to go to the university. All right? So it will get people guarding some of our kids and try to tap into their IQ and notice their talent. We can better direct them, and they become very. I get my son right now. He's very good at electricity. This man, the university has just occupied a whole brain right now. He want to go to the university, and this little kid, he's very good at electricity. I try to push in that direction there. You see, so what we can do now about those guys that keep producing right now, what we can do about them right now before we even talk about the rural thing. First, maybe other people find problem with this again. First, let's get back to the electricity. Let's start with electricity. Or let's just start with the mechanics.
Plumbing.
No, let's start with the mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
We'll follow up plumbing. All the foreigners coming in our country to do mechanic work, you have to stop them and let our boys take over. That's the first thing. It will be a crime to come in my country and do mechanic work when I have 3,000 Liberians who just graduated from vocational school that can do mechanic work. You block them or you send them home because we don't want no interfering here. You will be creating job for our boys. And you do that in all the low-skill sector. Yes. Even hair plaiting. You come from Sierra Leone, you want to plait hair, we'll get women that can plait hair. Go back to Sierra Leone and go plait your hair there. We'll create job for our people in that area. And another thing again, you group them into a union. You group them into a union so then you give them voice. So they see their own importance in our society. All right? Then the last thing now is you create a war competition thing among them so that they can see the relevance of their own handiwork. Then lastly, the government contract, or the low-scale contract, the mechanic, the maintenance center, all the little small job on our ground, you give it to the union. Yes, you give it to them, and you make sure you spread that idea in the 16 counties. The youth will be able to work. Then the agriculture thing that would have absorbed a lot of the kids because they will be there working and at the same time eating. You see, people are hungry in our town. There was so much drama coming up. You see, people are hungry. And when you're hungry, you get angry. So when you expand on the agriculture area, you get half of the children from the street, you take them to the agriculture thing. Then you like, well, Moses was saying now, you get the agriculture teacher down, they base there from class, they go straight on the farm.
Correct.
Husbandry, producing rice, fish farming. Then you get one entertainment center there because, you know, they got to socialize. In the evening, they go socialize. All right? So it's I think we're talking about innovation here. Where there is no vision, the society perish.
Yes.
There are other constraints. But this population, it will leave them as they are. They're going to undermine those are all who will be retired now and try to help in the system. They're going to resist us, and we got to come back in foreign land again and die there. That will not be, that is unacceptable. Because that population is growing seriously. Thank you.
CEO.
Wow.
I beg you. 1 minute.
Is that a North Korea idea, Dr. Mali? Bring it again. You put your
we find a solution and CEO. To find solution is not bread and butter thing.
Exactly, but you see, Clarence, this is he Clarence? He's going nuts now.
No.
One minute.
Let me just get Clarence my last story.
That one time.
I'm coming. Let me just get Clarence my last story. When I graduated from the University of Ghana in Liberia, the UNHCR employed us. We were 5. The Ghana immigration came to that place there. You know what they told us? We're just 2 more on the job. The man said, oh, according to our immigration law, you cannot be employed here now until all qualified Ghanaians are employed.
There you go.
So UNHCR, these people cannot work here. These are Ghanaians' job. We have to leave that place. The woman decided to argue. You know what I told the woman? He said, if you argue, we'll get to the UNHCR and they'll have to recall you. This is our country. And our people don't have job. Liberians are special guests here. When he go home, he will utilize a degree there. So don't be saying that South Korea thing. You want to buy, you got to buy hard. Go on Kerry Street. Go see who's sewing down there.
I know.
The foreigners have hijacked the whole thing. You want to create job? That the same thing that happening with the Fulani and Malaysia then coming up. We love people so much that one day they're going to shoot up from the back.
Not from the front.
You are on a Facebook treating people. You know what we're getting into? Sometimes we got to put a Bible one side, CEO. Thank you.
CEO, let me just support Dr. Mali. I gave you a couple of examples. Let me just support Dr. Mali for once. And you know, the whole idea of just shipping people back, I kind of concur with it as well. But I can tell you one thing. In the late 80s and the early 90s, there was an influx of gang activities going on between adolescents. And what they did is that I think they created, and I worked for Job Corps. I think everyone here have heard of Job Corps in the U.S. They have 105 Job Corps centers. The kids that were not proficient in academia was sent to Job Corps Center. They came from there with trades. And the way it was programmed is that they lived there in the dormitory. They got fed. They went to school. They did culinary arts, small engine mechanic, and all these things. At the end of the day, when they graduated, before they graduated, they were sent to placement, internship program throughout the country. They had 105 from Utah all the way to me, Bangor, me. And so when you tackle those kind of that kind of idea with young people, and you have Job Corps, even in the rural area, and they're learning something, they go for their internship, most likely those places kept them as work. Worcester today was transformed because of the Job Corps in Grafton, where I work at. Many of those kids that came in from East Orange, New Jersey, from Brooklyn, from Bridgeport, they are now residing in Worcester because they never went back. They found a better way of life because they are going back. They were going to be suckered into the gang lifestyle. You see, so these are some of the strategies that I think can be put in place when we talk about coming home to adapt some of the things we learn to suit our culture. I think this is an opportunity for us to do some of those things. And it's not that expensive. It's not that expensive. It's not that costly because the same people, and what I can tell you is that the people who ran the intern, who hire these young adults as interns, pay the equivalent to the institution. And what happened with those students, by the time they graduated, they had enough money in their account to purchase a used car, to pay their rent for at least 6 months before they were let go. So if your rent is paid for 6 months, you got a job, you got a car, there's no reason why you can't get up and go to work.
Let's leave it there. Let me go to Dr. Toto to make a final point, and Terry, and then we're going to shift the conversation for the last segment. Dr. Toto.
Yeah,
are you to champion this cause, second phase of diaspora conference? with Sissy Goyle, Dr. Mali. I'm not sure what I want to, because the UP is calling him the guy with the North Korean ideology. But he's saying the truth. Just the same thing where you said we had that experience. Now you want to come in that just 1 second. We had that same experience when we were in Sierra Leone. And this UN protection officer, Chanda was, I think, which country? I just forgot in the country. He was a refugee, and he was a refugee, and later on got benefited, and then got into the system. He became a UN protection officer. He said, I don't care what you do, depending on the country. When you in that country under the supervision, UN is under the supervision of that country. They will tell you, say, this is what we want to see with respect to their citizen. I don't know whether that happens in Liberia. Even our chairman, Gerald Body, right, who is in Canada now.
Yeah.
Gerald Body fought to the extent that he was even incarcerated for fighting for standing up for 300,000 Liberians in Waterloo. When you argue with them, you say, oh man, but now this is Salon. When you want to go to Liberia, this is Salon. and that one that told the protection officer. In fact, you slap one guy because Waterloo was an air base that was used by the British. In Red Cross, the Red Cross, all the agency people, they are retired military people then.
Oh yeah.
The old man was eating a plum. That thing almost make our king. What he said to that guy, man, Fisher, I would never forget that guy. And he's a British guy. The next thing we saw when we see the guy, I tell you guys, he slapped that old man, the plum, boom, jumped, went to the end of the airstrip. No, everybody it was just crazy. Yeah, but quickly make a point.
Yeah, unfortunately, for me, when it comes to what Dr. Mali say, when it comes to Liberia, or Liberia, we are different set of people. We are unique people. We what a word would use it, but I don't think we have to keep foreign outside Liberia first before we create opportunity for Liberians in Liberia. Foreigner can be Liberia, they do what they do, and we can empower or create an opportunity for Liberia. You just have to do the right investment, like for example, like the vocational education that we are talking today. That's an opportunity for all to invest in to empower most of the guys. We have the structure already over there. The light of BWR, we saw the quality of people that BWR produced before that. I don't know whether they have Terry can correct me on it because I've been about Liberia for long time. I don't know whether they still have or LYC, Liberia Opportunity Industrialization Center.
I think you've been on life support for a long time.
Yeah, ORC used to be in the Batari. I think
Batari area there,
yeah. It was a vocational institution. And we saw the quality of people that LYC produced, especially in terms of construction, housing. And it's there already. The other sad part is that the import of drugs in Liberia are affecting most of the young people. We don't have the institution to correct them. I think any time I can recall the Bureau of Prison Center, the Correction Center, not a real prison, but it was there to rehabilitate people that go through surgery, to go through that rehabilitation process, then they bring in the society. I don't know whether that institution still exists or is surgery. But these are the structures that are already there. We that for I would say the diaspora or other part of the world that we think that we have that niche empowerment that we have, we can make Liberia better. We can do that investment. But we say we kick in the foreigner on Liberia because they do the sewing, they do what I told you Liberia there. We don't have a country. The same thing today we have in the Great America. We saw Donald Trump with immigration right trade. I think they're getting people out.
A different thing.
That's the same thing. Look at the economy. Look at the American economy right now. Look at We got the whole security now shut down because they don't want to provide for it. Why American coming to speak against it? These are the same thing. If you say you want to keep all the foreign on Liberia because they're taking job at Liberia, cannot produce it, there as a country now, where would they head to? We try to be more focused to provide opportunity for our people. You know what? I got a haircut today, right? I feel high today when the barber shop today. I had $25 in my pocket. When the piggy cut my hair, he told me, say, $45. I said, what you talking about, man? He said, $45. I said, what you talking about, man? He said, yes, $45.
Dr. Toto, where have you been?
No, I said, I can't. You know, so, and I just thought, while we in Liberia, where I cut my hair in Liberia, I've given somebody $10 to pay my, I didn't get $10 or $15 to cut my hair in Liberia. Wow, $45. So you see, so there's a lot of things we get empowered in young kids. But I'm even $45 to cut my hair today. You know, I said, damn.
Yeah.
Look here.
Yeah.
You know, so you say, that we have to do more, about that about it. That probably that about it, but good guy, but sometimes how rhetoric talk it, so that you slow down a little bit.
You see? You see?
That one the CEO can't call your head.
I mean, we're not ready to develop our country. I'm telling you, that's why I let Ghanaian. They will tell you straight. All right? If you're talking about we're not throwing people out, don't do this job. And if they come, they don't do this job, they start lottering. They start getting into crime. They start tightening the system. We've been loving the foreigners since 1847. What have you gotten there? Yet now the growing unemployment to that place there. Let me just give you an example. There's a guy on one of my property right now in Liberia. All right. The Guinean that can pay the horse with a long tail up there. They're taking all the contract around there now. Most of our people don't even get a contract again. We can't run the system like this. No. We got to stop these people and let them make job available for our people. If you can't throw them away, fine. So what are they doing there? They start loitering around, crime start coming. The other things start coming. The other ones start coming. So tighten your border and let your boys get this job. You see? But the direction we're going is going to be the CEO business as usual. And Dr. Toto, I can be frank with you. And trust me, yeah, are you seeing it? Now you say we're producing quality of people. It's no more producing quality of people. We passed that stage already. Every year, the University of Liberia can put up almost 800 to 900 people, almost 1,000 again. Cutting to just in line. All right? Yep. The people coming to they still producing these people. We have not created a room how to absorb these people. This is where we are right now. I got a Sierra Leonean friend. They brought investment in Liberia. You know what I got did? The guy brought 5 other Sierra Leonean to work in that place. Now one Liberian is working in there. What kind of system are we running?
And we do have qualified Liberians.
So what we are seeing here is that we should not just focus on train people out. We've been loving people for a long time. Nothing we're getting out of it. The whole open door policy has even added more injury than we thought. So what we do here, if you bring one cup to sell in Liberia, you bring 5 people from Sierra Leone. Those 5 people, they can't sell that cup there. Additional 5 Liberians will help you sell that cup, and one of those Liberians will be a bookkeeper. We track the benefit you're going to make out of that cup. This is Ghanaian strategy. This is why the Lebanese can't stay in Ghana. But Liberia is a funny, stupid country. So, it's a land of liberty. So, to be frank with you, we are not heading anywhere if we're going the business as usual. Let me be very frank with you.
Okay, I think the pastor is very uncomfortable.
Pastor, you are uncomfortable, no problem.
That's what they call you.
You're supposed to be in that position all the time for the hour.
Let's hear from colleagues. Dr. Tobini.
So, yeah, I mean, that's that's before.
I mean, my son has, but that's what it is in the Ivory Coast.
Dr. Toto, this thing's happening everywhere.
I say, we are Liberia. We are different.
We gotta reduce the competition,
right?
We are It is not who we are.
Dr.
Who
Toto,
we are. Let's look at that.
But Dr. Toto, who we are? What is our value when you can't employ your own children? Who we are? What is that value?
We plan with
Let Terry make a point, please.
Yeah, Mr. So I don't know whether if Dr. Male is really talking about Liberia or you talking about Ghana, and whether Mr. Sigbe talking about America or they talking about Liberia. Because like what Dr. Toto said, we have cultural disparities, and that is just it. The kind of job the Liberian man wants to do in Liberia is not the kind of job that the Fula man is going to do or is going to offer him. It's not the kind of job that the Lebanese man is doing that he's going to offer you. All right? Liberian man, even now, Liberian people can tell we in America we're making thousands of dollars. Who cleaning people feces? They put more on us in America that we're cleaning people feces and throwing boxes. Because in Liberia, for them, that is not a job for them. Those are some of the reasons why they are suffering. Not that the jobs are not available. The job you're talking about that the Lebanese people are doing, right? What kind of job are they doing? Can you tell me what kind of job they're doing? Because the Fula man comes from Guinea and opens a shop, and he makes his money from his shop, and he builds shops all over the country, tea shop, that a typical common Liberian can open. But a Liberian will not open it. He would prefer going to the Fula man shop to sit down there to drink tea.
You would drink your own tea, eh?
The man makes his money from his tea shop, advance himself. Then you say no. That is same thing making today with suffering, because you know what Liberians say? They say that this how you call it thing? The trash company, Zoom Lion from Ghana. Zoom Lion should not come to Liberia to take dirt, because Zoom Lion before were in Liberia and they took money, blah, blah, blah. Zoom Lion made an attempt to come a few times. They say, no, we want a Liberian to take over it. Since then, what a Liberian company that are going to clean it there? Show me one. The opportunity is in the society for the Liberian community to thrive. But how many Liberians are willing to take the bull? But this is your own economy. If you're angry, go and do what the Lebanese man is doing. Go and buy the properties and build on it and employ Liberians. Go and build the tea shops for your people and employ them. But the man come to your country with his money, that the man is only obligated to pay his taxes. It is your government responsible to change the trajectory. Like Dr. Mare just said, I know that Dr. Mare, he said his son, I don't know if your son is in Liberia or in America. He said his son,
in Liberia.
Okay, Lord, he can do electricity, but he chose to go to school to get degree. Why? Because that is the culture of the Liberian man. He feels that the electricity job is low class for him. He don't want to go be doing claiming Lepo, then his friend is seeing and shame him. That is the mindset of Liberian men. So if you want Liberian people to get involved into trade, into vocational training and all of that, you have to educate them to that level. Because majority of the students that these universities are putting up, they're not going to do carpentry. They're not going to do electricity. They're not even going, all the jobs you're talking about, Lebanese people offering anything, they will not work there. Even if the Lebanese man say, can't be in my bedroom, they will not work there. The reason is because they see those jobs to be a common low-class job for them in Liberia. It's a mindset.
All right.
You see? So like somebody was saying about America here, why is American economy dropping? Because the typical white person will not go work in the farm to go pick apples. They're not going to go pick apples. They're not going to do that. The typical people, they're not going to do trade. You will see white person going do trade, carry trade food in the hospital to people who lay down on the bed. They're not going to do it. So who do those jobs? Most of the people who do those jobs are African, cleaning people feces and all of that. So the white and the African American, they get a certain class job in America, and that is how it is. Your society do not have that category. You don't have that kind of system. You don't have that class. We don't have a middle class in Liberia. We got upper class and lower class. Finish. We don't have middle class. But anyway, yeah, thank you, Mr. So.
Should we pray for that one for something to change? You always told us to pray. Should we pray?
Mr. So,
CEO, can you give me 1 minute?
prayers is always needed because prayers give you wisdom to be able to derive result.
Okay.
Prayer is not going to build a structure for you, but it will open your mind to give you wisdom to derive the result.
All right. So we're going to have so that we shift gear. Dr. Toto, go ahead and go to.
Just out of Terry, the city happened in South Africa. When the South African were attacking other Africans are taking a job. International journalists went there to kind of verify the type of job that attacking African. And the people said that they can't even see the job that they're attacking African. Those are business people. People just came from Zimbabwe, so Nigeria opened a shop, making business. They think so African going to buy their business. They start attacking the people, bringing people shop, attacking other African. And that's the same thing. In Liberia, those people that are business people. They come to open a shop, they carry their business. So what's the job that they're taking? That's the question.
They're providing job for you from their own business. Then you say no.
God.
Then do your own job, do your own business.
CEO, 1 minute, please.
Yeah, all right, let's do that. We got to end this stuff. Yeah, go ahead quickly, Dr. Mali. And
yes, I introduced this agreement with Dr. Toto and the men of God. You see, when we talk about business as usual, that means there's a need for change. We must change the culture of the people and change their mentality. If you can't think for yourself, my government will think for you. So the issue of that liberty, you lazy, you growing up, and you can't do certain job, this is the direction of the government, and you will be forced to fall in line. We're not going to leave it with you for you to be thinking anymore. This is what's supposed to be happening in Liberia. So that question of liberty and freedom, you got to slow it down. And let me tell you the risk of Fulham bringing his shop. He jamming the economic. He not investing. He taking the money, passing through our airport to go pay his country. I am coming from a patriotic front. So the question now is, say you don't want for the Fulani to go, let every shop in Liberia employ one Liberian. Let every Fulani shop in Liberia, and that should be government policy to enforce it. And if you can't employ one Liberian, then you park your shop, and we'll show you the airport. Yes, you alone can come and benefit while your surrounding people poor. So let every shop in Liberia, it a 10,000 shop, that will be 10,000 Liberian every month. We know how much you collected, and you pay that Liberian. And if you don't want that policy, you go. We got to change the trajectory, men of God. It can't be business as usual. We got to change it. That's what is talking about. Liberian are unique. Why should your uniqueness keeping you down there, being so important from time to time? Change the trajectory. Government must speak for some people now and direct the citizenry. No more time you think for yourself. You've been thinking for yourself since 1847. You're not going anywhere. We'll think for you now.
Dad.
That's a socialist form of government. It's not capitalism.
Even in a socialist form of in a socialist country, the people are surviving there. They're living, they're enjoying. Things are working for them. They're eating, they're getting rich. So what's wrong with that?
If
you're the leader, you don't have the vision, the people will keep following you, all of y'all will join in the hole. It's about time you tell the people, nobody go in the hole again. You turn around to them and say, look, you're going the direction now. You don't do it, you'll be forced to go that direction there. I mean, we got to change this whole thing.
So
we got to change this thing, Dr. Toto. The lobbying of foreigners in the first place. The government need to pass a law and shut down the open door policy. It's a harmful policy.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, doctor.
Okay. We got to wrap up this here, but go ahead with your question quickly. I don't want to leave it in you. Maybe you say one.
So, do you want to advocate for communism for the government Liberia?
Oh my goodness.
Once the people will survive and eat and get rich, there's no problem with that.
All right.
You see,
one more people will benefit. That's good. I just want my people to benefit. For instance, you come from Sierra Leone, you plaiting hair, and I have trained 5,000 girls to plait hair. You jamming that corridor. You cannot plow here according to my policy. You will have to go plow here back to your country, or you move room around.
But
we
you
see
don't
you
have
plotting
those
here.
people.
No,
You
listen
don't
now.
have them.
I'm
Oh, my
coming. We see you
goodness.
plotting
The
here.
5,000 there, you cleaning, you
Listen
don't
now,
have
oh
them.
man, listen. We are always seeing a different way now. We see you plotting here. It's a criminal offense, and we're going to have you arrested, and you're going to go through the due process. You'll be deported.
Ghana have that workforce. They got those people. You don't have them.
The only
You don't have that
That's what
class.
I'm saying, man of God. I said we'll change the trajectory now.
Okay, guys, we got to wrap it up. Moses, you want to add something?
That's what I'm saying, man of God. I said
Yes.
we're changing the whole
Yes, real
trajectory.
quick.
Okay.
Real quick.
Yeah, 1 minute, please.
Why are the Fulanese and the Lebanese and all these people gravitating to Liberia? Why are they bringing the business there with the intent to come and make profit? Why we can't change that trajectory? Because I can tell you, every child growing up thinks that the only job they need to have is a government office job. Okay? So we never promoted the industrial part and the technology part. So every kid wants to go to university, become an accountant, become a lawyer, because they think that's the big job, that's the only job that can earn money. The market women were some of the richest people in Liberia. And some of those market women build beautiful houses and send their children to private schools. And they never went to school not one day. So I'm going to say this to say, listen, gentlemen, if we're going to do something, it would take extraordinary step to do extraordinary things. There are some things I know Dr. Martin said that are very drastic, but I think we need to start driving into those directions. And you can't tell me if you created an opportunity for vocational school and tell young people to go there and learn, they will walk away from it and say, I want to go to academia. You can't tell me that. Let me just give you a story. I'm working in the prison, and we have a guy who teaches small engine mechanic. He take a lawnmower, and he brought an old rusty lawnmower, and he tells this kid, you're going to make the lawnmower work. This kid never even completed 6th grade. No word of lie. This is a true story. This kid, he led this kid to dissect the entire lawnmower. He brought the gasoline, the cleaning supply, everything. The kid, he told the kid how to clean this thing. When this kid, he said, now everything is clean, we're going to put it back together. They put it back together. He put the gasoline in the thing and the oil. The kid said, this thing is never going to run. When that kid pulled that rope and that thing started, that was a total changing moment for this young man. The young man who was always a drug dealer found something in small engine mechanic. If you do an oil change, 2 oil changes a week, and you do 2 tune-ups a week, your annual income would be over $100,000. That's all you had to tell those young people.
Okay.
Okay, so these are things that we can tell them. And I'm sure if you tell them there's income coming from what you're doing, if you go and do plumbing in a house or do electricity in a house, in a year time, you can earn over $100,000. Something has to motivate them. And that's what we don't do enough. We need to tell them the gifts they have and what that gift can flourish for them, what they can get out of that gift. And that they just need people to mold them in that direction, and they will find themselves. Believe me, we can do it.
All right.
And then we reduce the competition by allowing the foreigners to come in because they got a little bit of money. They take the money and they bribe our people and they give them the licenses to open the store. We doing it to ourselves. Come on now. We know Liberians who want to go open business and they get a hard time.
Hello, hold on 1 second. Where are you?
Mr.
Are you
Moses.
with Vale or you with Terry and Dr. Toto?
Yeah, he in between. He's a
No, no.
Listen, I'm just saying it as it is.
Camilo,
I'm agreeing with everybody. Listen, no. My people, I'm telling you, some of us who work with young people, these are the things
where
that we
do you
But I agree with you on one point. Though.
or you with Dr. Toto and
I'm not with anybody. I'm with myself. I'm giving you my own perspective. No, seriously, it's not about taking
I agree with Mr. Sigmund on one point.
I am with Dr. No, Dr. Malley said this year we need some radical change for the good of the country. I am with Dr. Malley.
And that can happen too when you implement this stuff.
It's not why not a leader lead. You got to be decisive in getting things done. So where are you?
I just gave you my own perspective.
Well,
and decide where am I.
No,
everybody can be left and right. Some people can be in the middle.
Right.
There has to be someone in the middle to bring both groups together.
You join the centrist movement.
So bring that together.
Now you in middle. Oh man, you got to go.
But I agree with one thing.
We need to motivate our people.
We have to tell the people. We got to convince them. We got to press. We got to put the information in them
into what you're doing.
Yes, we got to sell it. And I think that is what we are not doing enough. That's the only thing I agree with him on. But Dr. Malley is too extreme. He want to use that kind of a socialistic, Chinese, North Korean perspective.
Oh my goodness!
Why it can't work for us?
Yeah.
So that North Korea idea is he bringing all the good thing this doctor talking about? You say that's a North Korea.
Dr. Malley have good perspectives, but he always end wrong. That is where I can't go with him all the way. I would agree with him sometimes, but not all the way.
Let me tell you something. Even your resources, we need to nationalize our resources.
Of course.
That is why I say you got a socialist. Maybe that's the Moja.
Nationalizing your resources.
Maybe they were socialistic.
No. You are only taking charge. You are taking charge for the first time. That's all it means.
Taking charge for the first time.
You got to take ownership of it. You got to take ownership of your own belongings.
I got to go and make a research on the Moja philosophy and ideology.
That's it, right?
I got to do that.
Don't do that because it doesn't exist.
That's ideology.
So, we're going to 2 minutes each because you guys are pounding my head now. Dr. Toto, Terry, and Mr. Middleman, he always in the middle. He never decisive in anything because he does not want to be held accountable. So when you're ready,
it's nothing to be accountable. Somebody has to be in the middle. You know that. Someone has to be in the middle.
You're a peacekeeper?
No, someone has to be in the middle.
I'm asking, are you a peacekeeper?
Someone has to be in the middle.
All right, then be wearing your Ekamo high.
You know the new thing are happening now?
So, Esther, you follow me?
Man of God, you know the new thing are happening now? Also, the Fulani that are coming to Liberia and they're bringing their children and they're attending our vocational school. You see the projection that people make.
But Mr. Malley, when you come to America, you bring your children?
No, give me a chance.
You can lead
in the first place, our vocational school should not have space for those kind of thing. It's for our
How are you? I don't know about it.
You see the philosophy I'm talking about? His ideology is completely
Because when people go to the school, they come out, they're going to jam the corridor. Our people can't do the job. So what you do, you come, you sell your shop, you employ one Liberian, your children there, you send them to fuller land.
Dominate the market.
People for education.
Encourage Liberians to dominate the market.
No,
once you dominate the market, you take the market over from
you. Is it an investment? Where is that?
We gotta motivate our people. There has to be incentive in everything that we do for the Liberian people.
Is it an investment?
Dr. Malley, we let's just do a quick shoot, 2 minutes each.
You want to change it, right?
We're supposed to get on it, but you didn't give us chance. Dr. Malley, this is the ideas of these liberals collaborators. They are vision killers. They don't want to see the country to progress. So every time you try to take some strong position, then other than they come with this right and people and you Korean, you Chinese man, you know. But okay, quickly, let's everybody get their personal take on this whole news here. Like I reported that I was reported on the Library Investigator with this. According to just strictly, I'm going to go by their headlines. Ethnic security group sparks national concern after national full-out security drill video surfaced in Liberia. We had this conversation before in the past with respect to even political parties that have adopted a system of having what are called militias, wearing barrels, wearing this uniform, that uniform. And we're saying, like, this is our country, see where we came from. If we take a flashback or retrospect or, what we experienced, that itself reawaken the trauma that were inflicted on people and people yet to be de-traumatized, rehabilitated, and reintegrated properly. So other people just went through that. Now from the party, it go into this place, it go into that place. Where are we heading? I just want to get your take. We yet to get a detail. Hopefully they say their leaders going to speak. They've been given press statement. But this is concerning, considering the history of our country, the long civil war, the proliferations of different malicious groups under the canopy of protecting their own regions. Is that another version of it, or what really it is? Let me start with you, Terry, and just use your 2 minutes. That we're going to be the wrap up before we go.
So that thing that they're doing, the Fula people doing, it sounds very fishy, because when I saw the Nigerian guy who highlighted that stuff, I don't know if he was the guy who highlighted it, but what he said, if that is true, then we need to be careful in our country before we brew another form of Fulani herdsman that is in Nigeria, because it is alleged that particular group do not allow any other tribe besides Fula people. They all are Fulas. They don't allow any other tribe to join them. Now, it's not bad to have a security or apparatus, security force or organization. I think our law provides that opportunity for you. But to make it trouble, then you start, a few months back, they were advocating for the tribe to become one of the tribes in Liberia. Then all of a sudden, we see you training people, and that particular security group is only your tribal men. So it's sinister. It reveals a sinister motive, and I think that we need to look at it. The government need to take a look at it and investigate. If they are found short, definitely that particular group need to be dissolved.
Not just under the dissolution, and if it is done illegally without going through the framework, in terms of electing national government, this is who we are. We are maybe a watchdog or vigilante group, and you just didn't go through that, and you just do it. Then that is illegal. Somebody must be accountable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got to go through investigation.
We're waving the white flag because we don't want. This is what get us to be who we are. And when we sound these sort of voices, then you call us the names that you want to call us, and then other people say they want to be in the middle, they want to be on the edge. So when time comes, then they cross the border and go where they want to go. And then we who want to stay will stay. So what would be your recommendation to government, Terry?
Well, my recommendation is to open an investigation, and anybody who found liable of an illegal, creating an illegal dissident, or how you call it, should be held accountable and go to and forward to court.
Cool. We'll send them to BC, right?
Yeah, send them to BC, because BC don't waste time. BC will give you one shot.
Somebody say,
why?
Yeah, they've been friends with them and tell them, as we go like bro, you probably say. Okay.
Straight up.
Yeah. Dr. Toto, what do you make of this whole thing here?
Yeah, of course, for me, let me just say this: when it comes to the Fula tribe, I want to know that I rather admire the Fulanis, especially in Liberia.
My people.
We can see what problem in our country. Wow.
Oh my God.
Yes, yeah, don't eat a Robbie.
Go ahead,
yeah. The reason why I like the Fulani for I like them for their when it comes to their economic development.
What?
When it comes to the economic development in terms of business, in terms of business, the people come to Liberia and they become successful right before our eyes. And like I told,
So are you asking my question, or you bailing a case? Even just
no, I'm getting a point. I'm getting a point. Let me just learn.
I'm not asking for the.
Yeah, so I'm coming towards the issue of I'm coming to the issue of the security aspect, but I try to lay the premise of my discussion.
Okay.
I'm saying the Fulani, they are one of the group of people in Liberia that I admire them because when it comes to their economic development in terms of business opportunity, which I admire them for, And when it comes to the issue of the security issue in Liberia, I read about it. It was very discouraging because to see our security that made Libya after a trap, for me, I see it to be troubling. And I read a publication from the Justice Minister today, or the Justice Ministry saying that they have no knowledge of the group here.
Is that concerning?
Yes, from the Justice Minister. The publisher
is that concerning to you?
It's concerning because the whole thing about this group, according to A.B. Kroman, according to Spoon that this group are there in Liberia since 2011. That's security group for the Fulani people. They have been operating in Liberia since 2011. And the question now is, why they've been operating in Liberia since 2011? Where have been previous government? Have there any record of them to show that they've been registered according to their hair? They say that they've been registered with the Liberian government. But here the current government saying that they have no knowledge they've been registered. So we're still waiting here to get more information about the investigation that will come out. But what I don't want for us to dive in to be saying, oh, the Fulani people achieve the topic, they are not Liberian, they're from Guinea.
No, but that's what we say.
There are other things that made out there, people writing, people attacking, they are not Liberians.
Oh my God.
Out there, I'm not making it say out there, people saying that they say they're not Liberians. They should not open.
Are they Liberians?
They are Liberians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's another discussion. They are Liberians.
Right.
For me personally, it's concerning because we are very polarized. In Liberia, we had a lot of military group. CDC had their own military group in Liberia some time ago. We had SUP have their own military group in Liberia too. We saw their output in Liberia, the CDC, and also too. We see all the brands of military group coming on Liberia, which is very concerning. It create harm to the peace process in Liberia. And I hope that the government will put their foot on the investigate that group good and come on and let the public know what has been happening since 2011, as we allege that the group exists since 2011, why it coming under. Let them know the bottom of it.
Yeah. Oh, for my God, who help we do? Let's go to Delaware. Moses?
Yeah, I got a headache. Seriously, and we come here and we talk about national security interests all the time, and we have NSA, we have joint security in Liberia, we have the police department. To hear AB on Spoon talking about these people being in existence since 2011, it's mind-boggling for me.
That's serious trouble. It's troubling. Yeah.
This is very, very, oh my God.
He was brave that he's going to go there tomorrow to start working.
Oh my God.
You want to invoke Belayala?
To protect. You got to protect and serve the people. And you have this kind of group being founded and no one does an investigation since 2011 because other people are in bed with them. And then we want to say, let the food out people, let everybody come into the country, they're there for business, when we know they're doing something else, they got other intentions. When we see Lebanese people, Syrian people coming in and trying to fund Hezbollah. Come on, people. Liberia was the headquarters of the CIA, the most intelligent investigation entity in the world. We still have those relationships. We can still foster those relationships. It's mind-boggling. But again, we allow militarism in our universities, in our high schools. People wearing berets, identifying themselves. It's not easy. It's very easy to go and police those people. We don't have no law on the books. Our legislators sit there and watch these things happening, and nobody raised this issue and say, listen, we need to introduce a bill to address this national security threat. Come on, my people. That's why I asked the other day, I said, everybody, and go back and watch the show, all of the hierarchies with the security apparatus in Liberia, we want to know their backgrounds, their experiences, what they bring to the table, because these are people who are supposed to secure our citizens. We got over 4,000 walking borders that are not being serviced by our immigration officers. And then we come in the middle and we got a whole group that there. We got a Burkinabes that were in Grenada. Now the Fulanese. Come on. What we're doing? This they would never happen in any other country. But we still want to be friendly. And we still want to say, hey man, that person here not a good person. Hey man, this person not a good person. Listen, the protection of that land and the protection of the people, the government, that's the first and foremost responsibility for any administration. First and foremost, if your people are not secure, you have serious problems. You got infiltrators coming in and doing all these things. Look, oh my God, I got a headache.
But then I forgot my head and I move on.
No, seriously. Because this thing needs to be talked about, and we need to continue this conversation so that at least people who know some of these things can start educating, but there's limitation in educating because all of these things has to go with national security interests. Yep. And we need to put the right people in this position who will see these things happening before. You see, security is being proactive. You have to be proactive. You have to go out and seek the unknown and be prepared for the unknown. And make sure it doesn't happen. Because when it bites you in the butt, you cannot survive it later on.
All right.
This is a sign that the security apparatus need to start looking at some things in our country, especially coming from a post-war era and people coming in. This is out of mind. Oh my God.
So
I can't comprehend this.
Dr. Mali.
I can't.
Yeah. Here we are tonight is good. The middle guy finally surrenders to us. This one it giving headache. And
I got a headache.
This auto A.
Seriously.
Now,
oh my God.
This bring into questions of a sort of huge budget for the security community in the country, where Patrick Minicon, former national security, Patrick Minicon is lying down tonight. He's spinning in his grave. All these years, you have people doing whatever they're doing, And all of these resources, money being invested into these security apparatus, these guys enjoying having next time riding their SUVs. And the essence of NSAs and all of those processes is to collect intelligence, not just only our, but to also keep surveillance with aim monitoring what is happening. I was very disappointed when I heard AB, what he was saying, and then he get the guts to say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to be going there to do that. There should be a select committee within the House now for the immediate investigation. But what are that going to happen?
Wow.
And the security committee, they need to tell us how they are using the fundings, the monies that are being provided to them, and not just only to keep the president, but to keep the country safe. We went down this route before, and the country almost went into ethnic cleansing. So we know what happened. The proliferations of all of these malicious fighter group under the pretense that everybody were protecting their own place because every law broke down. All right. I think Dr. Mali needs to go to the Ministry of Justice to enforce the law of the Republic of
Dr. Mali can't do none of that. Don't put it there.
Wow.
Don't say Dr. Mali nowhere anymore. Every time you say Dr. Mali need to go there, Dr. Mali don't need to go nowhere.
So when he gets there, I will go as his SA. The very first thing we'll start to rehabilitate that better.
No, but we've had good people.
Okay, well, Dr. Mali, let's hear you. I mean, this is not a good news. And just quickly, I was just talking to my own people, and you know the whole. We have over 300,000 Burkinabe, almost more than the population of the people in my own country now.
Yeah.
So some of family member people don't even speak. Burkina, they have killed people in our country. The same things we frown on. They know the history of La Côte d'Ivoire, what happened. The people, they have established towns and cities in our bushes outside of the main town. Do you know what it means? Dr. Mali, let me hear you.
Well, it shouldn't be surprised that one day we hear that even Boko Haram have got a slot in Liberia. That shouldn't be a surprise phenomenon, because that is going to happen. But I think the bottom line here is that we inherited a weak and fragile society since 1847, and it's still weak. And these are some of the outcome of a weak society, where people like the United States, the United States security is concerned about every move, who you are, where you come from, they just concerned. I mean, that's sign of patriotism. But we got a fragile system, all right? And to be very frank with you, this is a very sad news, all because we love people. In the first place, this type of news coming up, the alien need to be run up. That's the first approach, to send a clear signal to the rest of people who just roaming our country, they're organizing the kind of, they need to be run up. If possible, you deport them, because this is a serious security problem. All right. In the first place, the Fulani came, and then the next thing is you carry on a comprehensive audit of the people, immigration status, every one of them in that country, the Fulanis, because they come in, they say the Fulani militia. So the rest of the Fulani in a 14 country, you carry on a comprehensive audit of their immigration status in our country in the first place. Whether they are there legally or illegally, we need to know, because there's a serious problem here. All right, it's not bread and butter issue. We are running a country. We can't be running it with smile and cheese and butter and all the kind of thing. In this country here, America will hear there's a militia in Ranford, the Trini, and they for the particular group, they're from Liberia. First of all, you're gonna be running up. You're gonna be running up before they even ask for your name. All right. So if we are seeing that there's a policy to govern this thing, there is a very weak policy. That policy is very weak. If the Fulani need security, we get a lot of security agencies in our country there providing security services to whom? Coming up with your own militia, It's troubling. It is very, very troubling. You see? So my suggestion here would be the people be running up, to be very frank with you. And if they have been in existence 2011, what is their motive? The people came in our country not to only sell. They're not just there for selling. The people are now pushing, are now eyeing the political system. If you don't know, you got to predict some of the alien motives. First of all, they were even advocating to be one of the trying our constitution. Who are you to be advocating to be one of the trying our constitution? Because we got a weak constitution and a weak society. Secondly, these people have got a union that the Liberian government allowed them to form a union. That shouldn't have even happened in the first place. Go form union in Fulani. What your objective? What is your objective? You see, the next thing now, our politicians are so greedy. The next thing now, every Saturday, they start putting money in their pocket. They forgot to know that they are mortgaging the country slowly and gradually. All right? Even though sometimes we come to say these things, we find problem with it, but this is how these things start. Why the people are taking advantage of the government? Coming off Fulani militia. Really? Then that means there's a problem. They're rather taking due advantage of our society and doing all kinds of things. Look at what happened to the police station.
Oh,
look at what happened to the police station. The people marched to the police station. They almost overran that police station there. What kind of freedom are we the only agitated that promoting democracy to the point where we want to promote it more than the American?
Okay.
They put almost hijacked that police station there. All because one Fulani woman tried to refuse instruction. Okay? Men of God, we got to, if we don't change the trajectory, we will lose that country. I can tell you it right now. Boko Haram, I strongly believe they're in our system, they're just moving around.
Wow.
I'm very sure they are there. Too many aliens in our country there. In fact, most of the Nigerians now, they're moving into the countryside now. Some of them have become emperor in the villages, giving command to the chief, sharing, putting money in their pocket. What kind of country are we running? We don't have control over the country. This is a red flag, a very serious red flag. Because the Fulanis, they are building what I call a formidable economic power in our country there. They work together. And very soon, they will want constituents in our place. Very soon, they want representatives to start running for them. And very soon, we'll lose our country there, and they will come and law over us.
Dr. Mali, everybody is not the same.
No. This is my opinion. I always see in the future. I know what I'm talking about. I'm saying in the future, we have a weak society, and in weak society, you can do anything there.
All right, guys, what a great conversation. The views and opinions are always, we don't sanction people's views on this network. Proportionally, it's been expressed. Mostly, are you having a headache?
Yeah, seriously, literally, there's no joke. I'm having a headache because we have people, security apparatus, and like you mentioned, people like Mr. Minica, we talk about Flumo Washington.
Samson.
You know, we talk about Wilfred, they live Wilfred Clark. These people did a whole lot in our country to bring a level of security and those things. For you to come to this point, how did this ever come out? How did it leak out? At this level?
I hope
it's too far.
We will get to know. We will get to know. I think hopefully there will be.
It's too far.
We hope this both Senate, both houses of government, their intelligence. This is where they should work for their money. There must be an investigation. There's a root cause to all of this. Hopefully that will be done.
CEO, forget that in there. How long for the guy to go bribe that whole committee? This is the reason why it's not good to be poor to go into politics. You compromise the sovereignty of the government. You compromise the sovereignty of the society. All the people, the poor, the Fulani, they can take almost $250,000. They don't care. They are aiming at something. All right? And our people are poor. The parliament is poor. Look at the Chief Justice. According to sources, he's going around collecting money. Chief Justice? What kind of fragile system, oh man? I'm telling you.
All right.
It
And
is,
I
it
see
is,
why Prophet King is
see how
going to jail. And I see
investigation.
why he's going to jail. He's got to go to jail.
Say up to 3,000 to 4,000 people, not 300,000.
I think
Exactly.
I think they need to infiltrate that group.
Cannabis are currently in
Every one of them needs to be under surveillance.
You see how to
They need to start investigating. Huh? The time for investigation. If you identify them, they all need to be subpoenaed.
He needs to answer question. I know.
It's serious, man.
I think he was 1 or 2.
He was 1 or 2 assisting. Yeah, he was assisting for operation.
All of that.
Yes, operation at the time.
As a trained security person, and you are doing all of that, and you say you don't know whether they were registered and this and that, you're going to go.
But he was running, and you see, and
CEO.
CEO.
That man need to be charged with treason. That man want to overthrow the government. That man need to be charged with treason. That identical trainer, he need to be charged with treason.
No, but you see, those are the things.
How you charge somebody with treason with all investigation?
Because you're an alien. You're not supposed to do that. You want to overthrow the government. You think what you want to do?
The people say they got legitimate cause. You don't have
what is your motive of creating a paramilitary agency? What is your motive?
Unless you want to flip-flop. If the government said that they do not have any record on them,
paramilitary?
That's what they be. And this is what we said. Information sharing is very key, is very vital.
The government come out waiting for the government.
Mr. So, the man who worked in the government as the former, what his name, Samson. All right, he was the director for NSA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
He called on the Spoon TV show and said these people have been operating for several years, and they are aware of them. And this man have been working as the NSA director on a former president.
So here is the thing.
And then not only that, but Abraham
who is also former deputy police chief. Confirm what he's saying, but then the current minister, the government is saying they are not aware. So who is telling the truth? So these people.
That's what the investigation need to have. Need
to be called in.
Listen,
where document? You see the importance of turning over documents, especially the Ministry of Justice.
Transition.
Of the country.
Think about all the money that NSA receiving as a budget. What are they doing with it? With all them knowing that there's a military Fulani, coming up trying to establish. So all the money they're getting, what they're doing, they're supposed to be involved with these things, right, Mr. Silver? You can educate us on that.
Yeah. What he's saying is right. We don't know their intention.
Let me just say, no.
We don't want to jump ahead.
Exactly.
But if you want to establish something of that nature and national government is unaware, then what is the motive? The president driving
let me just say this.
Other places to a tour. What do you want to do?
Let me just say this real quick. That's why developed nations look at people and look at their worth, the money that they're making. Like Dr. Toto was saying, people come, they're doing business, they're here to do profit. That needs to be monitored. That security, it creates security interests. The Fura Pro coming, they're raising so much money. Those things need to be put in place. Certain guidelines need to be put in place. You cannot go to the bank and deposit $10,000 here without the Secret Service knowing. And I know this is an advanced country, but Liberia needs to know people who come in with business got intentions. Now, this thing just bloomed. Minister of Justice said they have no document. Sayon said they knew of them when we were in there. Abraham said he provided security. Listen, while that investigation going on, people need to be at the table talking, finding out how did this happen, and put a nip to it right away, because it will influence other groups to start coming up to. And then you begin to see copycat. Then you begin to see adversarial group Once those two adversary groups start to go after each other to gain popularity and gain power, everything is loose. It is unimaginable that this kind of thing can happen in Liberia. With the kind of surveillance there, oh my God. It's serious business. It's serious business because we're poor, because our people are suffering, and other people just come and take advantage.
I don't think that's it. This is a security matter. I think it's the poor government security strategy or
I don't
system.
think so.
I don't think it has to do with poverty and all of that.
Poverty. It has to do with poverty. Where you think all the gangs were formed in this country? In poverty communities. They take advantage of those opportunities.
But it had to be some influence from the security apparatus.
I don't know that.
Most of our security, most of the security in our country now, let me give you one secret. I've seen you supposed to know this.
I want to show
the Mandingo tribe and the Fulanis are joining the police force.
That's what
they are a lot in the police force because they have a sinister motive.
My brother, that's why I'm asking a lot of questions. That's why you see me, I bring police business here all the time when I can. That's why we're asking the questions. The influx, the people have penetrated the trenches of that place. They're in the trenches. Because we didn't have qualified people at the time. And after the war, there are a lot of people that came, rebel factions. You know, the person who was strong man, Chancellor, he brought all the people and put them in there. Like, what a guy named? The guy who died in the plane crash and all those people. Jote and all these people here.
But I thought Madam Sally reformed the police.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let me show something here.
Infiltrated in there. You see, like I tell you, policing is a career. You can't just come and fire all the police.
Moses, hold on 1 second. Let me just show something here. When we say here with media, we don't just talk.
This is serious business.
The issue, George, maybe he wasn't here when I showed this here. This is a video. It came from
serious business.
It came from the superintendent, the occupations of those Burkinabe. Maybe when we are here, just show this here. That just one village here.
No, thank you.
Amaya déjà commencé à la population de Pierre-Cros. Ouais. Ouais, les femmes apprécient, on va vous mettre dedans encore. Ah, on dépasse 500 personnes. Et tous les chiens là même, ils sont sortis de là.
Bonjour. En tout cas, voilà les travailleurs de paix qui sont en paix de là. Voilà son population. Son travailleur. On a rentré ici 2019. Voilà, donc c'est près de paix là. Voilà la population. Voilà nos dames et tous.
People making cocoa farm, office, anything. Just one village or whatever. Is it? They put a flag or flying there. All right. It can be your Liberian people. If the superintendent, we've been having this conversation from I don't know how many years now. But anyway,
come on, man.
This is where we are as a people, as a nation, and we have a lot to do, hopefully. But I'm hoping that they will fund the national government at some point in time. They will speak as to how this is happening. I mean, it's a security issue. You have a president, the sitting president of the country, who travels, who goes to count it, other government officials travels, and you can't have people operating without government being informed. I mean, that is a problem. Folks, I want to thank you so much. Hopefully we'll be listening up and see what next and who going to be.
What the hell, man?
You're here saying?
Maybe his camera fail or something on his computer.
Yeah.
But we're seeing you. You're good.
Can you guys hear me now?
We're
hearing you. We're seeing you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. You see, I look at that video. The first thing that comes to mind is the makeup of the gender. You see the ratio of women to men in that group. You can maybe every 25 men there's a woman. Or every 50 men there's a woman.
We're going to continue maybe by tomorrow
and those little children, it's just by mistake that they're there.
Oh, God.
You see, so in a situation, no one has addressed that issue to quarantine those people to monitor their daily behavior. What is grooming? I think it was 2 years ago that it came about that, in fact, the same Burkinabes were residing in the former president.
Is that something yours?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I want to hear you. One go now.
I can hear you, but I can't hear the CEO.
We are saying people under pressure to go. Oh yeah. So you're continue opening the door.
Mr. Mali, can you hear me, Dr. Mali?
You're continue to open the door.
Yeah, but the CEO, I can't hear you.
Dr. Mali, Moses, thank you so much.
And that's why
I told you, Mr. Moses, we do not have a sovereign state.
This is just seriously.
So are you breaking away from the
No.
Why are you saying
Dr. Mali?
Yes, we do not have a sovereign
I gotta go.
No, because sovereign country
will not be happening.
No, because you gotta protect your borders first. You gotta protect your country. That's your first responsibility when you get sworn in.
You will soon hear about
the Constitution.
God forbid.
To protect the Constitution and the people of Liberia. That's the first order of office that you take. You're protecting the Constitution, which brings out all of these things about protecting the borders of your country and your people and protecting them. So what have we been doing? We're still in the post-war era. So we're vulnerable.
We're not
vulnerable. Have these people come in and just infiltrate?
Moses, we're not vulnerable. We are unique people. We love people. So I don't think there should be a problem.
No, that you see, you always get us. You understand? Me and Dr. Toto position.
Dr. Toto said we are unique people. We can't
we were talking in line of business. We were talking in line of security. We were talking in line of business.
So when it comes to the security, then you won't be conservative. Oh, no, you can't.
No. Even in the security sector, it's not all the Fula people or the Lebanese people involved with criminal activity in the country.
No, we're not saying
helped our economy to thrive.
We are saying audit the people's immigration status in that country. We want to know who
but we don't have the manpower.
Some of the people are Liberians. Some of those
people they are Fula people. I don't know whether they are Liberians.
Some of them are children born in Liberia. They are
their status.
Hello.
Yeah,
so I can't speak.
Sorry, Mr. So.
You're good night.
I don't know the people's status.
But Mr. So, CEO, we can't hear you.
We can hear you, but you can't hear
you. You're not hearing me. I'll say a good night.
Then we'll save it for next time.
You in it. Liberal shut you or something else.
No, liberal, you're not able. Have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.
Mr. So,
yeah.
I'll call you.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, folks, that does it here. So we want to thank you so much for the rest of the evening. So we'll continue to have these conversations and hopefully with the sole purpose of finding remedy to what is happening and get it up there in the public space. We discuss it and you decide. Have a pleasant evening by God's willing. Same time, same station. We'll be back here again with more news, information. Thank you so much. Have a pleasant evening. And we do appreciate your time, your sharing with us, your comments, your tweets. Hey, Mr. Slangard, good evening. How are you? Good to see you. And by God's will, I'm going to be back here with Tuesday's editions of Lpr-Tv Live with the analysts. Have a pleasant evening. Bye-bye.